right, so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, Georges St-Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of Georges St-Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, Georges St-Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had Georges St-Pierre, he truly changed the game.
Georges St-Pierre, ready to add to his appreciable legacy here tonight. Well, we'll see how it goes for this decorated kickboxer. Nice to see him cross over into the UFC, and a lot of people feel like if he can get on sort of an Alex Pereira-type trajectory in terms of the work ethic and the approach, could be a future world champion.
Well, he looks like it. He seems to have all the skills, and he says the right thing. We were talking to him the other day. He spoke about all the time they're spending in the gym working on the wrestling, because he knows that the kickboxing is embedded in him. He has done it so long, he can do it on cruise control. But the wrestling has improved. And he said because his wrestling's improved, guys are going to have to stand with him. When they have to stand, he said the lights will be shut off. Yeah. I cannot wait to see him.
Dude's got power everywhere, and that's why a lot of these fans have traveled far and wide to see him compete live here tonight. Michael Bisping steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the day for this, our main event of the evening. Here once more, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Georges St-Pierre. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Michael the Count Bisping.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, well, there's nothing quite like a Georges St-Pierre fight. I mean, how about the decibels in this building? As my man Joe Rogan might say, it is deafening in here. I can hear the Canadians from the rooftop. Georges St-Pierre's competing tonight, folks. There's no doubt about it. Oh, nice straight punch there by Georges St-Pierre. All right, so there it is. We expected a lot of takedown attempts early from the more well-rounded fighter. The kickboxer stays upright, and amazing to see the progression of his takedown defense relative to his UFC debut.
Well, when he first got here, he was just a kickboxer, but this is not glory. This is not you being able to stand and just throw. You've got to be able to defend your legs, and he showed that he is a martial artist now, not just a kickboxer.
Nice. Nicely done. All right, early action here. We'll see how soon Georges St-Pierre can get one of his patented takedowns, but it all works off of the jab that you saw right there.
It does. I mean, he has a beautiful jab, and I've seen him do so much damage with that jab. You know, I keep calling back to fights, but I remember him and Josh Koscheck. The moment the fight started, bang, jab, broken orbital bone. And Koscheck in Canada fight's over. Georges St-Pierre does not throw a range-finding jab. He throws that jab with malicious intent.
Back to the jab now, no good. St-Pierre gets hit with a kick. Oh, Superman punch!
And they get to the clinch. Guys, look for him to find an option. He's got multiple. He's got takedowns. He's got slams. He's got throws. He's got all his weapons available to him. Look for him to advance to the next position.
Oh, he slams his opponent to the canvas. I think the octagon's shaking, DC.
The octagon was shaking. Somebody secure the doors because they are going to blow the roof off of this place.
St-Pierre gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally.
He's got that single collar tie locked in.
Overhand lands.
And everything's landing with so much power. He looks like Pac-Man. He's taking so many strikes to the head.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Bisping strike gets out there. Oh, a huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it, to go and end the fight.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here. Well-placed kick there by St-Pierre.
Leave your hands up.
Back to the well with that right hand. It's no good. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Able to connect with a beautiful jab.
He's hurt bad.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Keep 45 seconds to go here in round one. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Georges St-Pierre. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. All right, side control now. Oh, looks like he's trying to isolate an arm, maybe set up a Kimura here, DC.
He's attacking a Kimura. Watch for him to step over to try to get him up on his hip.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
St-Pierre's in half guard now.
Massive shots from the top.
Saved by the bell. There is the final horn. He was getting grounded. He was getting pounded just at the end of the round. So you see, he's taking some of this time here to get back to his feet. Only 60 seconds on the clock between rounds. We will see if this young man can recover. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Swing and a big miss by Georges St-Pierre. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. side kick is there.
Oh, big right hand.
Great shot. Keep the pressure on.
Oh, nice jab there by Bisping. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. There's the leg kick, that one checked by Bisping. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Oh, big left hand.
Now we're going.
Oh, beautiful level change.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position.
There you go. Get those.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to be careful here.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume. Oh, he's got his back. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 2. While St-Pierre's back in full mount.
Big ground and pound.
Use your elbows. Use your elbows.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. That is tight.
Oh, what's he doing now? He goes belly down.
He turns down to try to get all of his weight on that arm. He's gonna have to tap. Belly.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Lands the ground and pound strike. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Takes his back now. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse, and he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up. Beautiful ground strikes landed.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands, every punch lands. He has just outclassed this guy on the feet. We've got to find a way.
Oh, in good position to rip off a Kimura here. Oh, he might have that submission locked in. Oh, so how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, he's trying to land effective strikes.
Under 30 seconds.
In the half guard.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Pretty good work with the strike there from bottom position. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. 2 rounds in the books. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, DC, we'll get a few clips of the damage done in that previous round. That eye continues to be the main target.
I mean, he is getting hit in this position, and it's all about now where is the cut? Is it above the eye? Is it below the eye? But every time you get hit in that area, it is going to sting, and the bleeding will then cause issues to your sight. He's got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, here comes the kick. That one blocked by Bisping. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Trying to kick the leg out. Bisping gets caught with that punch. Got to shore up the defense here. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. And blocks the shot there.
Beautiful setup to the leg kick.
Well, the most significant stat in this fight, and you can see it right there.
Big double leg level change.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Bisping.
Great job landing from the top position.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. St-Pierre's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount. Got to be careful here.
Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. Oh, shades of the Godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by GSP.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Well, the fighter's gonna have to address this offense coming his way. He's getting really bloody around that eye.
Yeah, now it's just become a big target because his opponent is just seeing the blood and he's just going after it. He has got to move his head before the strike starts coming in his direction.
St-Pierre's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top. Oh, man, another strike gets through. You can only describe his condition as critical now.
Fight back! Fight back!
Side control now. Lands the grounded pound strike here.
Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Oh, he's got the core position locked in now. All right, he's got him in the north-south position here, DC. When you're in this position, however rare it may be, what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to lay on. I'm just trying to cut air from going to your body. I'm just trying to make you carry my weight. I don't necessarily want to be here. And I don't know if this guy wants to be here right now. He will use this to try to get to the next position.
Don't want to be there for more reasons than one.
Don't want to be there. I don't want to be there on the bottom.
Obvious redness on the right side of his body.
Gotta be careful here.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or a big ground and pound.
Grounding and pounding away with these hammer fists. Beautiful work by GSP.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Final seconds here.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in the submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. How about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble, champ.
He's hurt bad. You cannot take another shot like that.
Oh, and there is the kick. That one checked by Georges St-Pierre. Oh, this could do it. Bisping's cheek is just pouring blood all over his face, all over. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. St-Pierre's back in half guard.
Oh, nice.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
I'm standing this up. You need to work.
Let's go. Push, push, push. Get free.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. Bisping's an absolute mess. Referee might have caught an eye of the ringside position right there. They might stop this fight. Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Good work from the top here by GSP.
Another strike gets through from the top position. Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, well, that eye is officially disgusting right now. I don't know, man, if I'm a doctor, maybe I'm thinking about getting involved.
Well, you can see him getting up out of his seat. You know, he's looking very closely at the damage on the eye. We may get him in here before the round even ends.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Georges St-Pierre.
Get the hook. Get the hook. Both hooks. He's going for the choke.
He's having his way with him here.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
St-Pierre's back in full mount. Well, this UFC fight is sort of dissolving into a horror movie. I don't need to see any more damage inflicted.
You don't have to lose everything on one night. His corner can stop the fight now, and he would be mad now, but he would appreciate them later because it will extend his career going down the line. Armbar attempt.
Oh, that's tight.
Very smart there. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the feet.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy on the ground. These guys were going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet to give himself an opportunity.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, heading back to the corner now after that round, and Bisping's eye is in rough shape. I mean, I would just probably quit, but he's not going to do that. But I would not be surprised if the ringside physician did come in and take a look at that here between rounds. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
Fifth and final round.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Straight right is there.
Nice takedown. There you go.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by GSP.
It's okay. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing.
Side control. Side control.
All right, dominant position for him here. Full mouth. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
You need to work on this position.
Oh, he's trying to pin that arm in the triangle now. Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent.
Oh, how about that? He gives up on the submission. Looked pretty tight to me. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by GSP. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Bisping's in half guard. Continuing to work out of the half guard. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Bisping. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Georges St-Pierre. Another ground and pound strike gets home. St-Pierre's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. All right, this position now what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough because everything hurts, right? It doesn't matter that they're not completely driving the shoulder.
All hard as he gets back to his feet. Late in this final round, we'll see if he can rally.
Let's see if he can rally. It's going to be difficult, but hey, he's got a chance, and that's all you can ask for.
Michael Bisping retreating here. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Staying busy. All right, ref has called a break to the action here, likely to call in the doctor to look at that cut, and a lot of blood donation going on right now.
And for as fun as this fight has been, I can only hope that the physician still lets this guy fight. He wants to fight. He wants to continue. Let him go.
All right, that is going to do it, man.
I knew he was going to stop it. You got to let the guy fight. Give him a shot. Give him a shot, John.
I don't know, man. Live to fight another day. You could stick 3/4 inside that thing. We set it inside the octagon for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight. Declaring the winner by TKO, Georges St-Pierre.
Well, he's the man credited with making the takedown a real thing of beauty in mixed martial arts, and another UFC win for the former champion.